one or two. And the first one relates to the question as to whether we have confidence in the Electoral Commission or not. And I dare say that the confidence level in the Electoral Commission is very, very low. And there are good reasons for that. This election, this voter registration exercise, mathematics has very complicated parts. It involves addition, it involves subtraction, it involves multiplication, it involves division, and so on. But all that this exercise requires is addition. And addition is something which is taught at the day nursery level. And yet, our Electoral Commission is struggling with addition. You cannot add. That's the additional wrong. Additional wrong. So if you have an Electoral Commission which is not being asked to multiply, it is not being asked to divide, it is not some fantastic algebraic equation, just add, that one too they cannot do. How do we have confidence in an Electoral Commission like this? An Electoral Commission which includes professors and it cannot add. That's a huge problem. But you see, if it were just about this voter registration exercise, maybe we can forgive them. The last election, the first addition they did, it was more than 100%. They came back and said, we are very sorry, it's more than 100%. They did another addition. Oh, addition be this one. They did a third one. So they announced the election result 3 or 4 times. Who can have confidence in an Electoral Commission like this? That's a huge problem. Then there's the other issue. Electoral Commission, they are the supervisors, they are the referees in the game. At least 2 of the referees are wearing jerseys. That's a huge problem. There is this professor who was brought from Broad Hartford region and so. And I've seen videos of him swearing that he would never allow NDC to win power and that NDC is a useless party. Cadbury, member of the New Patriotic Party, is a member of the commission. How can we trust the commission like this? Then there's the other guy who is also a commissioner who says that, look, he has looked around some of the parties. They are a threat to democracy. So if you have a commissioner who actually believes that a party is a threat to democracy, how can he be fair in the elections and so on? My brother Kwesi Pratt says we can't do anything about it. Then forget the elections. We must be able to do something about it. And I am appalled by the weakness of some of the political parties in this game. In the face of this glaring evidence, nothing is happening. What do? They write love letters to the Council of State and then the matter is over. We must insist that people on the Electoral Commission, whose utterances, whose actions and whose affiliations take away from the credibility of the Commission, must leave before December 7th, 2024. And we should not compromise on this matter. Because we don't want what has happened in other countries to happen here. Last Sunday, there were election results declared in Chad. Come and see the gunfire. I don't want that to happen here. And the only way to prevent that is to insist on measures to enhance the credibility of the Electoral Commission. And there can be no compromise on this one. You understand? So I think we can do something about it. There's still 7 months to go. And within those 7 months, we can insist on the right things being done. The other thing we can insist on is I've seen some very shocking videos. People are using cutlasses and machetes to cut themselves. There's gunfire, and the policemen are standing like this. Hey, some swinging. The policemen are standing like this. They are not moving. Why? Are they afraid?
Yes.
Of the tax? And if you have policemen who are afraid of the tax, why are they there? Why are we putting uniforms on them? Why are we giving them guns and so on? So the police as an institution must begin to assert itself the same way it did in Asin North and the same way it did in Ejusu in order to end this silly violence. Registration, limited registration, is like come and see gunfire. So what will happen when the real elections arrive? I saw a video. It was like some movie, some cowboy movie or some war film. NDC people on one side, NPP people on one side, pintain. They were shooting at each other. What rubbish is that? Should we allow this in Ghana? So the security services must be up to the tax. And then I've seen videos of hoodlums, thugs, in security uniforms, causing mayhem. How do they come by the security uniforms? Now when the security services see people wearing uniforms that look like theirs on election day, what do? When they see them wearing those uniforms to registration centers, what do? Please, I know as a fact that we have become very, very close to a banana republic, but we can reverse. Let us reverse now. On behalf of all of us, producers of the program,